What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today I'm checking out a pouch from BrotacGear. This is the sleek pouch Maxcro, which I guess is probably named for all the Velcro on the front here. This front panel is fully Velcro. I have some patches on here just to kind of keep the look, I guess. It's kind of boring without them. So if you pull this off here though, this one is a rain dry that comes with it. You don't have to have it on there. It's not like a sewn on logo. There is the tag over here, but otherwise relatively branding free. And so nice large Velcro panel here, and there's actually a pocket within that. So you have a storage pocket for cards or cash, anything kind of thinner. You're not gonna wanna put super thick things on here, but you can also see that it is laser cut here. So you have some MOLLE panels here as well, that if you wanna use that as an attachment point instead of Velcro, you can kind of attach small things here. On the back, you have, this is their Digicamo pattern in obviously purple and orange, and you have another pocket here that can again accommodate some small items. I have some cash in there. But again, you're not gonna wanna stuff anything too thick in there because it'll just kind of warp it, and there's not a whole lot of space. They are relatively tight. You also have this loop here with a D-ring on it for attachments. You can put a keychain on here if you want to attach your keys, but you can also attach the included strap. And so they send over a 1-inch nylon strap, obviously color matched here. And you can use this as a lanyard. It does extend pretty long, so you probably could use it as like a shoulder sling as well, but I mean, it's a pretty small bag, so you're probably not gonna do that. As far as price goes, this is $47, which is a little bit rich for such a small pouch, but also pretty comparable to the Garage Built Gear Mighty pouch, for example, which is $49. For a similar size pouch, you can get the alpaca hub pouch for only $35. So these are a little bit cheaper and have most of the same features, a pretty similar layout inside minus one of the pockets, and then no pocket here on the back side or Velcro panel. So kind of depending on what you're looking for, if you don't care about the Velcro panel, this might be the better option. But again, if you do, this one's available. And these are pretty readily available, whereas the Mighty Pouch Plus from Garage Built Gear, for example, is pretty much impossible to get. I've been trying for literally months, taking uncountable L's on that, trying to stock that, and just haven't been able to get it. And so this one's readily available, the trade-off being that they are made in Singapore, which obviously isn't a big deal, but that means that they take a little bit longer to ship. It honestly wasn't too bad. I think it was maybe 11 or 12 days, so pretty reasonable overall. It didn't take several weeks, it was a week and a half, so not too bad. Now they do use Ykk Zippers, although the zipper pull is just this kind of lanyard with this laminate on the outside. But you can obviously change that out, clip it, and put whatever you want there. But the zipper itself is Ykk, and it's a clamshell style opening with a nice little bit of room here for expansion. The outer dimensions are 4.3 inches wide by 5.2 inches tall and about 0.9 inches thick. I'm a little bit thicker than that right now with my current loadout. I try not to stuff it too thick just because you don't want it to get too bulky. But it can expand a little bit further than what I have it now. Now breaking into the pouch itself, again, nice kind of chunky zipper here. I believe it's a YKK Vision 8, number 8 zipper. And it opens fully clamshell, so you get a nice kind of open face here. Left-hand side is a little bit different than the right-hand side, obviously. So on this side, you have a 3/4 of the pouch section pocket, as well as about a half section pocket, and both of those are divided in half, so they're sewn in the middle, so you can't put anything wider than maybe 2 inches on this side, and maybe probably about 2 inches on this side. This side seems a little bit thinner, maybe 1.5 inches. But they do expand a little bit. So in this side, I like to load these out just to give you an idea of what can fit in here. Obviously, hopefully you'll be familiar with some of these, but even if you're not, it does give some context into the size without having to measure some of the items. And so on the left-hand side, I have a nice pen here from Countycom. This came in one of the recent mystery boxes I did from them, as well as attached to the kind of key fob area where you can attach keychains, just a removable tweezer. I don't remember the name of this one actually, but I'll put it in the description, a link to where you can get those if you're interested. These are titanium, anodized titanium, so nice little tweezers, and they're in there pretty securely. They're not going to fall out unless you're pinching it, obviously, and trying to get them to come out. As well as on the right hand side of that, the Ykk, I believe this is the Teeny DX3E, nice tiny small bright light. And then in the front there, advertising this as a coin pouch, so I did put some coins in there. I didn't have regular change. Usually I'll keep quarters for parking and in the car, and didn't have any readily available, so just have some Pete's Pirate Life coins in there. There's 4 or 5 of them in there. And it can hold more than that. You can put probably a good $2 in worth of quarters or so, maybe a little bit more if you don't mind packing it thick. And those are really secure in there. It obviously buttons closed, and the opening isn't small enough, or isn't big enough to let any coins out, even like dimes, which are obviously smaller, or if you're in other countries, whatever coins you have. But for the most part, it's relatively secure in there. Now on the right side, you have a little bit of a different layout. This one has a quarter pocket as well as a 3/4 pocket, and these are the full width of the pouch, or at least the right side of the pouch. And on top of that, you have these 3 elastic loops for whatever you want to put in there, and these are about 1 inch wide and obviously pretty expandable compared to the rest of it. And I don't think I mentioned the whole pouch is 500D Cordura, obviously with the exception of the Velcro panel and the elastic, but 500D Cordura. And most of the pouches, they have this pouch in several different colorways. Some of them are full Velcro, some of them have partial Velcro with the design on the front. So a lot of different options there. They do sell out, but not like the Garage Built Gear pouches. They're pretty available for a month or more at a time, and then once they sell out, they'll come out with different designs. But on the right hand side here, I didn't put a whole lot, just kind of stuffed these elastic panels. On the left side, I have the Crispy Donut Community collaboration with Rogan Pry Bar. This is a sport. And on that, I have this donut bead. It comes with the lanyard. The bead was from Tough Possum Gear. I don't think he actually made it, but he sells them on the site. They're in, I think, a 3-pack. So just kind of a small pry bar here. Those are still available actually, so if you're interested in them, I think I checked before the video, there was maybe 22 left at the time. So if you want one, they're there, but they're going somewhat quick. So if you want one, I would grab it sooner than later. Followed by the Victorinox Pioneer X. This is the 2021 limited edition version. Obviously there's a 2022 version out now, but I'll put a link to that one as well. You're probably gonna overpay if you want the 2021 one, just because it's obviously not being made anymore, but in general, you can get the Pioneer X for a little bit cheaper than what you'd pay for that. And then on the right, I just did a video on this one. This is the Boker USB out the front automatic, and this was a collaboration with Brotac. And these, honestly, I just was kind of trying to color match the pouch. It's got that purple and orange. And then lastly in this pouch is the awesome Hank, I guess, I don't know what the name of this pattern is, but just kind of a neon pattern. Again, was trying to go for similar to the pouch. You have the orange, not the purple obviously, but kind of fit pretty well, I thought. And these have a nice kind of microfiber backing on them, as well as usually a lanyard. Really like his Hanks a lot. They're relatively compact, and they usually have a nice little lanyard that's matched to the Hank itself. So not a ton in there, but it does fit a decent amount. Again, you could have fit more in there than I put in, but I didn't want to overstuff it and really kind of push it to its limits. But I do think these are cool pouches. Again, a little bit on the pricey side, but not too bad. I mean, it's only $12 more than the hub pouch, which I was recommending, so it's not insanely overpriced by any means. And he comes out with some really cool patterns, so I think they're pretty unique pouches, which is a fun thing. But again, I wouldn't mind seeing them slightly cheaper than what they're at. But overall, a really decent pouch, really decent size. It fits well. You know, you can shove this in your back pocket. I mean, it's a little bit bulky filled up to carry it that way, but you can. I typically throw these things in my bag, so not usually carrying them on my person. And again, you can wear it on a lanyard, but again, that seems a little bit heavy to me unless you're going somewhere where you're trying to travel light but want to carry a little bit more than what's in your pocket. But pretty cool pouch overall. Let me know what you think down in the in the comments below. In the description, I'll list everything that I have in here that's available for sale, which I think is pretty much everything is still available, except for maybe the Hank. That may or may not be. I think it's come in and out of stock, but probably one of his more popular ones. It's a kind of striking Hank, so I think I've seen it go out of stock and come back in stock. But if it's available, I'll link it. If it's not, I'll link to his Instagram page so you can kind of follow along for designs that you like. But in general, I think everything here is still available, so I'll put it links down in the description below so you're able to find it. Again, with the exception of this, which you can still get on Amazon, but you're going to overpay. It would be better just to get a more current model. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And as always, hope you have a great one. Take care.